True disruptors aren't afraid to pivot. In a constantly changing world, learning when to pivot is a skill that is useful for any business. For every cliche about winners never quit and quitters never win, there is another that says, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Pivoting a business didn't come naturally to me, even as an individual, when I built my first company. True disruptors aren't afraid to pivot. For most businesses, pivoting is less about big changes in direction and more about adjusting to ever-changing market conditions. Businesses are sailboats cutting through choppy waters. In order to move forward through calm winds or storms, the captain must tack the ship back and forth in a constant series of minor adjustments. Test, verify, and adjust is the only way to stay on course. Data has no ego and makes an excellent co-pilot. Not all pivots end in success, and the vast majority of startups fail. But failing is part of the entrepreneurial process. Success doesn't teach as many lessons as failure does. Many great entrepreneurs who became brand names, including Henry Ford, Walt Disney, Henry Heinz, went bankrupt before creating their billion-dollar empires. Sony co-founder Akio Morita's first product was an electric rice cooker that unfortunately burned the rice. After selling fewer than 100 units, Morita pivoted to making transistor radios. It's fine to celebrate success, Bill Gates famously said, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure. Dealing with the failure of a business is never easy. In a sense, it is an admission that the direction in which you were headed was wrong and wasn't working. All too often, we stay the course a little longer or try the same thing over again because any other approach would be a tacit admission of failure. The problem with fearing change is wasting years on a course that will not lead to success. Time that could be put to use to pursuing a new, more lucrative idea. All financial and personal success comes from change. To the disruptor, change is a natural requirement. Smart entrepreneurs learn that they must fail often and fast. Try an approach, quickly measure the results, and move on. Change is an iterative process. As inventor Thomas Edison wisely remarked, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. For the startup entrepreneur, failing quickly is often the key to long-term success. Testing a concept before you roll out a new business is the iterative way to disrupt. The single biggest reason most startups fail isn't that the founders had a bad idea. They fail because they run out of capital before they discover how to bring their idea to market.